okay? That's about 60 people out of 2,400. Here's the interesting thing. There's way more. I can see you. There's so many more. This is Arizona. There are way more people in that demographic, but they didn't clap. Why? Because they're smart. They're sitting in the dark going, I don't have to clap. I don't have to do anything. They're not doing it. And they're right. You know why? Because never identify yourself. Never. Are you crazy? You don't know why I'm asking. How do you know what I'm... Okay, burn them all. Burn everybody over 45. How do you know I'm not going to do that? How many people here by applause are 40 or younger? 40 or younger, applaud. That's every time. Woo! Woo! Every time. That is a weird thing to celebrate in a room where you're not the only people here. That's like going to a cancer ward. Not me. Woo! I don't have it. I don't have it. If you're older, you're smarter. A 55-year-old garbage man is 1,000,000 times smarter than a 28-year-old with 3 PhDs. Especially smarter than him. Because this idiot has been thinking about 3 things for like 15 years. He's worthless. The garbage man is 55. He's had some experience. Things have happened to him. He went to Cape Cod one summer. He saw a dead guy floating in the motel pool. He took a bus to Montreal. He got a hand job at a fair from a miner. I mean a miner. Not a minor, a miner. You understand? A miner. A grown man who works in a mine with dirty hands jacked him off at a county fair. That's what I'm saying happened to the 55-year-old. You see? He's had some experience. He knows more. More has happened to him. He's seen more. He's seen history. He's witnessed history, even if it's not ancient history. He saw Nixon resign on live television. Me and those few people that clapped, we saw the President of America cry and then quit being the president. That shit was crazy. Because none of us knew what was gonna happen next. Today, people are like, the president's kind of disappointing. Really? Our president wept like an insane person and then got in a helicopter and flew away. And the whole nation just watched him go. I like getting older, though. No way she's just like, dog. There's stuff going on in here. I've seen it. You ever watch your dog make a decision? You ever watch your dog just walk in the room and then look around like... Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Why? Please tell me why. I think my dog thinks I'm insane. Because I look at my life through her eyes. Like, I'll watch TV for 4 hours. And from my dog's point of view, I'm just sitting there. What the fuck is he laughing? What happened? My dog is my life now because my kids are growing up. I reckon there ain't no Lord.
And because I don't believe there's a God, I fucking hope there's not a God. I fucking hope. Oh, please. If you don't believe in God, you better fucking hope. You better get on your knees and pray. Please, God, don't be. Because that's a bad thing to be wrong about. That's a bad wrong. You're an atheist your whole life and you die and you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, you're shitting with a beard and everything. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I'm going. Yep. Being wrong the other way is not a big problem. If you believe in God and you're wrong, you don't really have a problem. It gives you a little comfort in your stupid life. And then at the end, you're just seriously disappointed for like a second. It's the last feeling you get to have. You die, you're like, nothing? Seriously, nothing? Yeah, just get in the dumpster, sorry. Sorry, you're just garbage now. I mean, if you don't believe in God, that's what you believe, that when you die, you're just garbage. You are your family's newest garbage. My mom died last year, and we asked her, like, what do you want, like, before she died? We didn't ask her, Mom! Mom! Fuck! I asked my mom what she wanted us to do with her body, and she said, just burn it. That's what she said. Burn it. What, in a yard with leaves? What the fuck? She didn't want a funeral, no pageantry, nothing. So she booked it herself. That was her last act as an American consumer. She went online with a credit card, and she booked her own cremation. It's true. At a place called Boston Crematorium. Just this place that burns bums and dogs all day, and they just folded my mom and did a workload. We didn't even know, just this guy showed up. I'm here for you, Ma. All right, Sully, she's in there. And he went in there to prepare her. My sisters are waiting in the hall, and he was in there for a while. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying he was in there with my mom for a long time. That's all I'm saying. And also that I was worried he was fucking my dead mother. Anyway, then he brought her out in a kind of a nice bag, and he put her in a van. Just his van. It was like a 98 Ford Windstar with a bottle of red Gatorade rolling around in the back. It's the last time I saw my mom. It's what she wanted. Because she didn't believe in this God shit. She just didn't. Okay, Jesus was Catholic, and he had a gold chain with a cross. And when they nailed him up, he was like, oh, that's why we have those. That finally makes sense. I didn't even know. Oh, fuck, that's me. I'm the little guy on it. Every religion has a strange story or a rule that doesn't make sense to me, you know? Like, every time there's a terrorist act, they always tell you on the news about how they believe they're all going to heaven, and every guy who does a jihad thing, and he gets 72 virgins. That's right, that's the story always. 72 virgins, which, first of all, who are those women? Who are the 72 virgins? Does God have to kill 72 nice girls? And, all right, ladies, the good news is you're going to heaven. The weird news... Or does God just make them fresh like farm-raised salmon? He just whips up 72 women. All right, nobody fuck these. I'm saving them for that guy. It's a weird concept. You get your own 72 virgins for all eternity. First of all, they're only virgins when you first get them. once you start fucking him, it's over. After a week, he's like, I only have 3 left. And 69 whores. That has to be one of the more confusing moments in God's life, when he's handing off 72 virgins to some guy who just blew up a bus in Tel Aviv. And he's like, all right, what the fuck am I doing? I don't even know anymore. I need a drink. I'm curious about God. I'm curious about his life. I'm curious about God's existence. What's that like to be God? You know, we don't know anything about him. I think one reason people don't believe in him because we don't have a sense of God, because it doesn't say anything anymore. He used to talk all the time. He used to go up to people on the street. Hey, tell everybody does that. Writing on the rocks. Look at that! Do it! And it was confused. Everybody's like, oh, okay, trying to figure it out. And then for 2,000 years, he just, nothing, says nothing. And everybody's fighting. He could clear a lot of shit up with a 5-minute press conference. If God spoke for 5 minutes, he'd solve a lot of problems. He'd just show up, all right, everybody, yeah, I'm the Lord, okay. Real quick. First of all, Mormons just, no. What is that? Just go home. Also, Jews with the little things, what the fuck? I don't know. Put a hat on or don't. Nobody gives a shit. This is weird. I hate these. I hate them. I send everybody with one of those to hell every day. I do. It's just my thing. Just so you know. Do what you want, but that's where you're going. Now you know. Also, I don't care who you fuck. I don't care. It never mattered. It was Adam and Eve and Steve. They were all fucking each other. I was jerking off to it. It was a great time. So it's not an issue for me. I don't know why it is for you. Have fun and use all the holes. That's what I say. Also, you're supposed to fuck the animals. That's why I made them. Why are you not fucking the animals? There's only like 30,000 of you fucking the animals. What are the rest of you? You're eating them? That's disgusting. What is wrong with you? How could you eat a perfectly fuckable pig? Saith the Lord. No, but I won't, you know, it's all right. Good for you. Naughty, naughty. All right. My father's Mexican. My mother is dead. So I'm half dead on my father's side. On my mother's side, my father's Mexican. A lot of people don't believe I'm Mexican. And when I tell them I'm Mexican, they say stupid things like, well, how can you look like that? What do you mean, how? Like I'm trying not to look Mexican? Like, no, look, see? I'm not Mexican. Then I get home like, Señor. My parents divorced when I was about 10, and now I have 2 kids, and their parents are divorced too, which is interesting. I remember when we got divorced, we told the kids, because you should tell your kids if you're getting divorced. Don't just do it and wait for them to be like, hey, yeah, duh, fucking, you know. You gotta tell them. But so, I remember it's a tricky thing, because they were little, and you gotta tell them in a way that they can get in their life, you know? So I remember we sat the kids down, I said, listen, love is tricky. Like you love your dog, right? You love your dog. You would do anything for your dog. You even give your dog food off your plate when you're not supposed to because you love your dog, right? One time, I remember your mom and I were like, don't give the dog ham, but you did because you love your dog so much. Okay, so that's why we're getting a divorce. Because you don't listen. And we can't take it anymore. It's too difficult. So we're gonna move to separate homes and each have you for half the week because neither of us wants to be with you all the time. And it's very sad because I love your mother very, very much. And she loves me very much. but we hate you more. So that's how we handled it. Just did our best. I remember my father was tough. My dad was tough, Mexican father. I remember one time I was 6 years old, I was crying, and my father said, "I'll give you something to cry about." And then he fucked me in the ass. And you know what? He was right. I did cry. And I realized that what I had been crying about was not that important. You know? So, you gotta teach your kids, man. You gotta teach your kids. By the way, I should say to you that that's not true. That's not a true story. I should say that because my dad's still alive. And I do that because that's what I do for a living, is cursing. But I didn't want my kids to be unpopular, so I used to say to them, listen, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are okay, but there's some words that certain people get upset when you use them. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. It's tricky teaching your kids right from wrong because people disagree about right and wrong in such big numbers. Like millions of people think that abortion is wrong, and millions of people think that abortion is great. So that's confusing. Personally, I don't think, here's what I think. I think you should get an abortion, right or wrong. Right or wrong, you should get one. You should get as many abortions as you can. I think you should try to get a lot of abortions. But here's why, because it creates jobs. More abortions, more jobs. For the nurses and the doctors and the dumpster guy, everybody gets a job. They need to work. How's he gonna feed his kids if you don't kill your kids? That's what I'm saying. We're all in it together. Abortion is a big topic right now, of course, because Roe v. Wade was overturned. Roe versus Wade, we all know what this was. Roe versus Wade, it was a court case. Roe was a woman who wanted an abortion, and Wade was the baby, I guess, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I never found out who Wade was. I'm just guessing that's the baby. But anyway, now we need to make laws in place of that. Every state has to make their own law about abortion, and they need to listen to the people. And I think the American people, on average, want the same thing. Most Americans want the same thing. They want abortion to be available, but just keep it down a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, but don't be like, woo-hoo! Like, take it easy on that. Take it easy on that, that's all. So we need a law that kind of gives you that. Here's what I think the law should be. You can get an abortion any place, anytime, but you have to eat it. I think because that'll make you hesitate a little. Fuck, I gotta eat it? I better do it soon. I'm just trying to come up with something that makes everybody happy. It's a tricky subject. Some people have very extreme opinions about it. Some people think that condoms are murder. Some people think contraception is murder. If you put a condom on, you stop the sperm from getting to the egg. You killed and murdered a possible baby. By that logic, I could say that any woman that won't fuck me is a murderer, which... Let me tell you, there's a lot of murdering bitches walking around out there. Supposed to, but you do that because you love your dog. Remember the other day your mom and I were like, don't give the dog any ham, but you did because you love your dog. Okay, so that's why we're getting a divorce. Because you don't listen. And we just can't take it anymore. is just too hard to not be listened to. So we're gonna move to separate homes and each have you for half the week because neither of us wants to have you all the time anymore. Yeah, and it's very sad because I love your mother very, very much. And she loves me so much. But we hate you more. That's how we handled it. You do your best, you know? That's all you can do with your kids. Just do your best. Nobody fucking knows right from wrong. When I was a kid, they just taught us things to just try to keep us, just shut the fuck up. Our morals were just shut the fuck up. Things like slow and steady wins the race. They taught us that. Slow and steady wins the race. Really, does it win the race? You know what beats slow and steady? Fast and steady. Kicks the shit out of slow and steady. Slow and steady beats old and retarded. That's about it. Stop telling that to kids. A lot of what they teach kids is just to make them polite people, you know? Like they teach them that there's words you shouldn't use. There's bad words. Don't use the bad words. I can't teach my kids that because I do this for a living. But I didn't want my kids to be, you know, assholes. So I used to tell them, like, okay, look, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are good, bad, nothing. But there's some people that get upset when you use certain words. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. Sometimes you can offend somebody when you weren't even trying to. Like there's certain phrases, certain statements that if you're going to say them, you should say them without stopping in the middle. Certain things, if you're going to say them, don't clear your throat in the middle. Okay? You don't want to say things like, there are too many black people suffering from discrimination. So, we need to stop the Jews from feeling excluded. I once fucked a baby, and then I fucked him again. So you want to get through that one. Otherwise, people get the wrong idea. They'll think you only fucked that baby once. But it's tricky, you know, if you're trying to teach your kids right from wrong, you got to choose a side often because not everybody agrees on what's right and wrong. So how do you know, Like, it's pretty cool. And then somewhere you're kind of aware that way down there people are falling off the edge. Oh, I don't know, it's weird. And then you're not thinking, then all of a sudden you're close and you're, oh, fuck, I knew that guy. Oh, my God. Holy shit. But there are signs that your time is coming to an end, Like they don't make my shampoo anymore. They don't make it. It's like, why'd you stop? Like, you're the only one. Nobody fucking cares about you. And so I thought, I'm going to make my own. I'm going to make my own shampoo. I'm going to look it up online. I'm going to look at the ingredients. I'm going to make my own. And I found myself at a dinner telling a table full of people. So I decided to make my own shampoo. That's one of those moments where you tell yourself, just don't tell folks anything. You don't need to say it out loud. Just do what you're doing and die as soon as possible. Do I have a huge stain? Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. So what? Okay. No, who's running? Oh, okay. I thought they were coming to bring me something. There's nothing you can do. You'd have to change my whole lifestyle for the rest of the show. It doesn't matter. I'm fat. I'm a fat guy. I'm fat. My pronouns are that fat fuck and... But here's the thing, I have body dysmorphia. I think I look good. I like this. I'm fine with it. I decided to stop exercising. That's what I decided this year. I'm just not doing it anymore. I made it to 55. If I stop exercising now, it just means I might make 75 instead of 78. It's not that big a fucking deal. I'm just not gonna do it. You know who inspired me? Was Trump. It's the one thing he said that I liked. I don't know if you ever heard this, but Trump believes, he just believes, nobody told him this, but he believes that you should move as little as possible because you have a finite amount of movements and then you stop. He believes that. He just went, yeah, that sounds right, and he just thought it up. And he's proving it to be true. I mean, it's fucking working. I don't like the new exercise either. I don't like the Peloton, you know. It's a bike you ride and there's a video that encourages you. And they have that mirror that you stand there and it teaches you exercises. Then they have that gun you put in your mouth and you fucking... No, you shouldn't kill yourself. That's why I think you should not kill yourself. That's my opinion. I don't know you. Ask somebody that knows you. But my general feeling is you shouldn't kill yourself. You know why? Because you're going to die anyway. You're going to die. What are you getting violent for? It's going to happen. I wish I was dead. You will be. Just sit there. You don't have to do anything. It really is the most effective argument against suicide, is that you're going to die either way. It also happens to be the best argument for suicide, which is awkward. Go ahead, you're going to die if you don't. Anyway, a friend of mine sent me a porn the other day. Folks can just send you pornography now. It was a porn, it was two old men, like really